Hello everyone, and welcome to From the Heart Friday, session 111 with me, Jessica Brigden of Jess B, Creative Cardiology. Welcome, happy Friday to you. It's been quite a day. It's a Friday, I'm feeling a little bit tired and looking forward to the weekend. How about you guys? So I've got a couple of just fun, beautiful, quick and simple cards for you today that will kind of no stress, just quick and easy. We will be inspired by my shirt. I just love drawing inspiration from my clothes. It's just like one of the easiest and most accessible things to do. So I thought for today we would be playing with the Delicate Dahlias Celebration stamp set. Just 13 more days. Hey Philomena, welcome. Yeah, can you believe it? Just 13 more days to earn your free goodies with every $50 purchase between now and September 30th. Love this Delicate Dahlia stamp set. This is, it's a twofer, so this means this stamp set is free with a $100 purchase here in the US, but it's a gorgeous one with the beautiful flowers and leaves and those wonderful sentiments as well. So, based on this shirt, we will be playing with got some Petal Pink. I thought I would contrast that with Merlot. That's a really fun classic combination there. And then I pull in some Soft Sea Foam, which is a light subtle green, and then Evening Evergreen. So I thought it'd be a really pretty, just nice subtle color combination. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip the camera. We are just going to jump right into it. Oh, thank you, Philomena. I'm glad you like my shirt. We are going to get playing. Like I said, some quick and simple cards here today. Let's check and make sure we've got lots of light so we can see what we're doing. And then a reminder, my September host code here, and that is XD7CNCBP. I'm actually getting ready. I have 2 more names to draw for my product giveaway here coming up this weekend. So I'll be reaching out to a couple more people. So that's what I've been doing is, for every $50, their name will go in the drawing to possibly win some free goodies, a $50 shopping spree or a half-price item. It could be anything in the catalog. So love that. I've also got my goodie packages packed and pretty much sent out to just about everybody that placed orders already from August and thus far in September. So thank you guys to the couple of orders that have come in here in the last couple days from Jessica S. and Carmen. Really appreciate it. And just an update, I'm down about $2,700 remaining this month. So I've got 13 days. So really need your help if you're able to place an online order with me. If you're not comfortable with that, feel free to reach out to me by email, messenger, or text, and I will be happy to help you with that as well. Okay, so somehow, there we go. I'm pushed a button and then I couldn't see your comments. Hey, Lori. Hi, Wendy. Hey, Marianne and Luann. Thank you guys all for joining me. So like I said, really pretty color combination today with our Petal Pink or Merlot. I am pulling in some basic white. On one of the cards, I'm going to do a little contrast with some gray granite. And I know that you may not have heard, but the Bedazzling Celebration Glimmer Paper, this has now sold out and is no longer available. But I have some left, and perhaps you have some in your stash as well. So I thought I'd pull in a couple accents with that today too. All right, so the first card here, we are using the Petal Pink as our card base. Hey, Kim, welcome. Happy Friday afternoon. This is 5.5 by 8.5. We'll just go ahead and fold and score it there at the 4 1/4 mark. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a landscape card. I have cut my Merlot cardstock 1/2 inch smaller instead of my usual 1/4 because I wanted a little bit more of that Petal Pink border all the way around. Hey, Kathy, how are you? I heard you're getting into stamping a little bit. Perhaps may have bought a kit. That's exciting. Yeah, so We'll give you lots of inspiration here. All right, so this piece of Merlot is 3 3/4 by 5. We are just going to adhere this right down here to our card base. And then we cut our basic white layer. This one is just 1/4. So this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. We're going to do our stamping on this first. And I'm going to bring in my, you guys love it, my handy dandy piece of chipboard here. Because for this Delicate Dahlias, I'm actually going to stamp the flower up here, and it might extend a little bit off of my card, and I don't want to get my work surface all inky here. So we are just going to go ahead and stamp this. You know what, I do want to stamp the kind of the background image first. So let's get that one. All right, so that's going to be in our Petal Pink. All right, so we'll ink this all up nice. Okay, so the Petal Pink, our Delicate Dahlia, is going to go up here towards the left. Okay, and actually, well, it did fit pretty well on there, so I guess I didn't have to worry about it, but just in case, it's good to protect your work surface anyways. All right, let me quickly clean this off real quick, and we'll swap out the block here and put our other stamp on it. All right, so we're gonna do our, that was Petal Pink, and then we're gonna go over that with the Merry Merlot. Hey Janelle, glad to have you here. All right, so what do you guys, anybody else crafting this afternoon? It's one of those weird days where we've had some sunshine. It's kind of cloudy, a bit spotty. It's warm. It's been like, I think it's 78 degrees, but the humidity is like 92%. Like I had to run to the bank, run a couple errands, and I got home and there was like, it was like sprinkling when I got out of the car. So very weird, but hasn't quite rained. It's just really humid. Oh, isn't that pretty? Love that combination. Gorgeous. Okay. It's kind of like way back, for those of you that have been stamping for a long time, you might remember we had a pink pirouette and a Bravo burgundy. And that was one of my favorite combinations as well. So with current colors, the Petal Pink and the Merry Merlot. Love that. Ooh, Luann is crafting a whole roast chicken for supper. Well, if you didn't live so far away, I'd be asking for a to-go bag. But that sounds delicious, Luann. David is actually going to play golf this afternoon. So I don't think he's going to make it home in time for dinner. I think he said that he was going to pick something up. So I guess I'll wait and see see how that works out there. All right, so it looks a little plain like that, but then we are going to pull in, I've got, I didn't quite cut that long enough. All right, so scraps here of my Petal Pink, pulling out of my scrap bag, and I want this to be about 4 3/4 inches long. So let me cut that real quick. Okay, so this piece is 1 inch by about 4 3/4, and then I'll stamp our greeting on that in Merry Merlot. And then I was thinking, as far as a sentiment, here in Nature's Harvest, this is a nice one. A reminder to never forget how much you mean to me and so many others. I thought that would be a nice one to use here. So we'll ink that up and stamp that right here in this somewhat center of our Petal Pink piece. Yeah, nice, kind of a dainty, thoughtful sentiment for our beautiful Delicate Dahlias card. All right, let's go ahead. We'll pop this up with some dimensionals. I've got a few left here on my sheet. Okay. I think I will definitely be ordering more dimensionals and adhesives and things here before the month ends. All right, I'm gonna place this right here, kind of overlapping our flower just a little bit. And then kind of thinking it might be nice to have a couple of little flowers. So let's pull in some scrap here. And our little flower, I've got a couple of them from the Delicate Dahlias. And I think I want to do some little, maybe some petal pink flowers here as well. Oh, Janelle says her hubby is getting himself fish and chips. And, ooh, and she's getting some mac and cheese. Yum. That sounds nice. All right, let's just go ahead and do 3 because that's a nice good number there. All right. I think I want a little Mary Merlot on these 2. Let's try that. We'll pull in this one and see if I want that on there too, or if I want to just leave them as is. Let's see here. All right, I'm just making sure, rotating. There we go. Well, just as soon as I thought I had it. All right, we'll just kind of go like that. I'm not sure. Let's see. What I want is a couple of accents because I need to cover my cover my little ink smudge there, and what better than a cute little flower to kind of go over that. So let's just cut a couple of these out, or just kind of see how it goes. I thought with this color combination, that would also pull in my champagne rhinestones. They're actually those beautiful, they're called champagne rhinestones, but they're petal pink. So they match perfectly. Let me grab those here. Love these. And then we can use those for some flower centers and accent pieces on here as well. All right, let's see. Okay, so that's not too bad. Let's put a dimensional on that and then see. Let's see how that goes. All right, I almost think we might need, yeah, let's go ahead and I'll cut another one. And then actually I've got some really pretty petal pink ribbon in here too. So starting out simple, but you guys ever have that where you start one project and then it kind of takes on a life of its own? Kind of feel like that's what this card is doing here. Had my basics prepped, but then as you get going, you get all these ideas running through your head, and then it might end up completely different than what you had originally planned on. But you can't go wrong with these beautiful little flowers from the Delicate Dahlias stamp set. Absolutely love that. Okay. So, yeah, as Wendy says, that happens all the time. Luann calls them projects gone awry all the time. Yes. Ooh, Wendy had fish and chips tonight. Yes. In England, they're a few hours ahead of us here. Luann's asking how we feel about the new way the photopolymer stamps are packaged. So what she's talking about is the fact that instead of being a printed piece that you stick in a case, the designs are actually printed on the case insert themselves. So you don't have to worry about the pages falling out, and we stick the stamps right here directly onto the case. Personally, I really like being able to see what all the stamps in the set should be, because that way if I'm missing one, then I can easily see that at a glance. So I really like that. I have kept my little protective, just little acetate layer, and I have put that over the top. But I mean, that's not necessary. That's just something I do. But yeah, I like that. I seem to like that. All right, let's go. All right, I'm gonna hold on to that one. Decide where I put it after I tie my bow. So this is on my Friday. I knew I wanted this ribbon, and I went to pull it out of my little ribbon bin, and I thought I had just a scrap. And I kept pulling, and it kept coming and coming. And then I realized it was attached to the roll, and I pulled it, and then it fell on the floor and rolled across the floor. And now I have like 4 yards of ribbon that I'm going to have to rewind on my spool. But that's Friday for you. All right, so this is a little bit of a wider ribbon. It's really nice and pliable, but I did move my pegs a little bit further apart here on my bow maker just so I could get some bigger loops, but that's totally up to you guys how big you like your loops or not. Trim this off here, and then because I was thinking that this would be really pretty right over here, kind of on the left. So let's stick that down, and then we can decide on our third little flower. All right, I'm gonna put a couple of glue dots on here, and then our ribbon over here on the left. I'm gonna trim this up just a touch. Okay, shorten this one up a little bit too. There we go. All right, isn't that ribbon is so pretty. All right, so let's do, I was kind of thinking down here. What do you guys think? Let's make sure if I were to actually keep it on the card without it falling off. I don't want to cover up my my greeting. Let's try that. Just kind of highlight it down here, and then we'll pull in some of these champagne rhinestones. All right, so yeah, Philomena and Wendy, they do like having the photopolymer, the designs printed on the case there, the insert. Nice. All right, so let's take a couple of these. We'll just add little rhinestones to these cute little flowers, and then of course right here in the center as well. All right, on this one, I think I'm gonna go with the less is more. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? There we go. Does that help? Is that a little brighter? I think it's just because it's so cloudy today. The lighting is just a little bit off. All right, let's try that when we get that pulled in. Okay, see if that helps some. So there is our first card with our Petal Pink and Mary Merlot. All right, so for the next card, I was thinking similar color combination, but I'm actually going to pull in a little gray granite for the card base because I want to stamp on the Petal Pink. So this one is 5.5 by 8.5. All right, good. You guys say yes. Very pretty as is. Better not to overdo it. That's all right. Okay, so on this one, base is gray granite. I just want 1/4 inch smaller this time on the Mary Merlot. So this is 4 by 5.25. All right, we're gonna stick this down. Okay, and this time our front panel is the Petal Pink. So this is 3 3/4 by 5. And I thought we would do our stamping on this. So what I'm going to do, again, pull in my scrap paper here. All right, and I'm gonna make sure I've got the right stamp that I want. So I'm gonna go with the background dahlia here and stamp this all all around. I'm actually just going to use the background one on this card, I believe. So let's do that. And I'm going to stamp directly onto the petal pink. Isn't that fun? It almost gives it kind of like an antique-y looking, a little bit vintage, or what do you call that, shabby chic or so. So we're just doing a collage here of these Merlot dahlias. A little one down here as well. So what this technique is nice because you can just kind of randomly stamp all over and you don't have to worry about it. So that is the Merlot. We've got that pretty petal pink from the background cardstock popping through. Then let's come in, and I think we should add a couple of little flowers as well. But again, we'll just do tone on tone, petal pink on the petal pink. All right, and kind of fill in some of these gaps a little bit here and there. I want to make sure we've got a little room for some leaves too. But isn't that neat how the tone on tone, it just kind of peeks through there. Making sure I put my dirty stamps in one pile so I don't stick my arm in them. All right, and then for our leaves, I thought I'd come in here with a little bit of contrast and go with the Evening Evergreen. That's one of the in colors here. Okay, and again, I think I want the detailed background one. And then, yeah, so this is why we've got our scrap paper here, because you would be stamping off a little bit on the edges. Okay. And yeah, just kind of tucking in. So we've got kind of a fall garden, so to speak. Actually, with this, I saw, it kind of reminded me of the garden mums, the fall mums, which, I don't know, to me, this month of September seems like it's felt more like an extension of summer, I think because it's been so warm. But I guess reality check, fall is definitely coming. It's officially fall next week, and yeah, the garden centers are selling the mums, and so yeah, this is, even though it's a dahlia, it kind of reminds me of some of those fall mums too. Isn't that pretty? This was actually inspired by a demo friend, Linda Dalkey from Australia. She did a card very similar to this in blues, and I think she may have used Sahara sand in a navy. But it was so pretty that I thought, well, let me try a different color combination and see what I can come up with here. And what I liked is that she used the dazzling glimmer paper here. Actually, I've got a little scrap. I was going to see if that had enough to get a scalloped oval, and nope, not quite big enough there. But she used, just popped that out there. Okay, with the dazzling as just a little bit of a background on it. And then, of course, her greeting here in white. But what I thought, I might kind of put a different spin here. So we've got that. I thought I'd show you guys a neat technique with this glimmer paper, which if you get my monthly tutorials, I have a project showing this technique in my demo design dream team tutorial this month. So I send out tutorials with every order, and if you order $35 or more, you also get the demo design dream team, and then if you do 50 or more, then you get my Create With Us International tutorial bundle. And then I've also got this month a celebration mega bundle where I partnered with Kylie and Bruno and some demonstrators around the world. But this is a neat technique. With this dazzling details glimmer paper, you can actually use your Stampin blends, your alcohol markers, and make this glimmer any color you want. So actually, I want to make sure, yeah, I want the painty end here. So I'm starting out with my light. I wanted to see if that was enough. Because if it's not, then we can always go with the dark petal pink. So So let me see here. Do I have my dark? Where's the light? Let me just check. All right, it must be floating around the table, but here we go. You just color right over this, all over. So again, you want to use your brush painty tip, but you can make this any color you want. Isn't that cool? I thought that was really neat. And then of course we'll just take our couple of dimensionals for the back. Luann says, how can I take two colors? So apparently I used two colors that she's not particularly fond of and made a stunzer card, she says. Why, thank you. All right, so let's see, where do we want to put this? Maybe, oh, do I want to go in the center? Let's just go in the center for now. All right, so then it does it. Can you guys see it picks up some of that color? Let me show you on the scraps with another color just so you can get an even better idea. Let's use the, how about I come in with, well, let's try this. I'm going to use the light evening evergreen. All right, and I'll show you. Isn't that cool? So you can make it any color that you want using the blends. It's very subtle, but it still has that sparkle and picks up that color, which I thought was a fun technique to try. All right, we'll stamp our greeting here in Merry Merlot. Let's go with, I don't know. I don't know that I want thank you on there. I don't know. Let me see. I need a different, just something sweet and simple there. Let's see here. Let me see, what do we got? You know what? I was thinking, I've got this little Best Wishes from the Artistically Inked set. Let's see if will that fit on there? I think that might just fit. All right, let's check that out. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks cute. All right, because this card got kind of fancy. So let's try that. I used a scrap, that's why it's got ink of what other kind of random project on the back. And then we'll stick that right on here. Okay, isn't that pretty? So you could totally, depending on, you could leave it as is. You could pull in some, let's see, if we pulled in some scraps, then maybe you'd want to do another little, maybe you want a leaf, and maybe we need another flower. Let's see. I'm going to use some more of the rhinestones. And I'm looking for my little flower image. Oh, there we go. It was in my need to clean pile. All right, let's do that. Oh yeah, see, I'm using up all kinds of scraps today. All right, let's do that. And then I think that might work for us here. So we're gonna just come in quick. I really do like this petal pink color. It's light, but works nice for things like that. Sometimes you don't think to use colored cardstock for a background. We're always using like white or vanilla, but yeah, don't forget your colors like your petal pink, even your Sahara sand. That's got a little more of a gray tone to it, but that's something that also works. Crumb cake works as well. If you wanted a light green, you could go with something like your soft sea foam. All right, just right in here, all that concentration. Luann says she noticed my die cut here with the sunglasses. I might have to send pictures. So I actually had to borrow those. I had that die set at one point and must have sold it to someone. And then I had a special request for a project that I needed a pair of sunglasses for. So I ended up borrowing the stamp set and dies from a team member that still had them. And that project, I don't do a lot of custom special requests just because there's so much time involved. But it was a special request from a young man in our congregation for his new friend, special friend, his new girlfriend. And they were getting together, and I guess he'd purchased her a pair of sunglasses or something like that. And so he wanted a card to go with his gift. And that's where the sunflower came from. But I tell you, that card was truly a labor of love. I mean, think of the hours that I put into designing and prepping. I mean, we're not even talking materials or anything, but if I were to charge by the hour, then that truly should have been like a $150 card. And I think I charged him like $10 or something. So that's one of the reasons I don't do a lot of custom orders, because just there's so much time involved that I just can't possibly charge what I would need to make it worthwhile. But I actually have another project to show you guys that was another custom, and again, truly labor of love. But that one I'm going to show you guys. That one wasn't quite as involved. So I think this might be cute if we tuck the leaves in behind and then a little flower. Okay, so I just put a little glue dot and kind of tuck this back in here. All right, and then let's put a dimensional on the flower. Luann says, yes, you never get your money on custom. I mean, that's the thing. If the reason I took on that was because, he was a special friend, and I knew he would appreciate it. But yeah, I just can't do that all the time because I just wouldn't be able to pay the bills doing that. But oh, Wendy, good for you. She says she does commissions all the time. But yeah, they are a challenge. Absolutely. And good for you if you do that. I have a team member as Doris on here. She does over the top special commission cards all the time as well. And she loves it. I don't have the patience for that all the time. All right, I feel like we need a third. Let's just put this down here. All right, aren't those rhinestones cute? All right, you guys let me know. Should I stick with 3, or should I just totally bling it up like I did on Tuesday's project and add champagne rhinestones to the rest of the flowers? What do you guys think? All right, so I'll let you guys comment. Leave it or add more rhinestones. All right. Now, if you're just joining, if you haven't already, and you're watching the replay on YouTube, then make sure that you give me that thumbs up and subscribe, hit that notification bell, all of that good stuff. Exciting news, we actually just hit 2,200 subscribers on the Just Be Creative Cardiology channel, and I'll be giving away 2 cards. I'll do a drawing based on all the comments I received here this week, and do a drawing next Tuesday, my YouTube Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you leave me a comment as well so that I can put your name in the drawing for fun card. Okay. Wendy, Janelle, Philomena, and wait. All right, everybody's saying 3 is good. Leave it. Less is more. All right, I'm gonna go with that. So here we go. We have our color combination, our Petal Pink, our Merlot, a little bit of shaded, or excuse me, Evening Evergreen, a little bit of gray granite here, and yeah, fun color combination. So I hope you guys will give that a try. Again, Petal Pink, Merlot, and the Evening Evergreen, and you can't forget the Champagne Rhinestones. All right, love those. And if you haven't already gotten your Delicate Dahlias stamp set free with a $100 purchase this month, then you've got just a little bit more time. Don't forget your celebration orders in by September 30th so that you get this beauty. Oh, thank you, Melanie. Just always go with the odd number. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, so those groups of 3s and odd numbers are definitely, that's kind of the artist rule of thumb for pleasing to the eye. So thank you guys so much. Again, I'll put a list of the supplies used in today's projects in the video description once I get it uploaded, and there you have it. So thank you guys so much for stamping with me this afternoon. Have a great weekend, and I will be talking to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.